Quick hits.
You gotta move quickly.
There's no time.
Move fast there, come on! And here we go on a Thursday installment of America's favorite sports talk radio segment. It is time for Quick Hits right here on the Jake Asman Show. A lot to cover in Quick Hits, so let's get right to it. We start with the Mets and the Marlins. We were tied at 3 in the 8th inning, and the newly acquired vet, Javier Baez, had his first big Mets moment.
1-2 to Baez. And Javi lifts one down the right field line, slicing toward the corner. That ball is out of here! Javi Baez goes the other way. An opposite field home run for Baez, his second as a Met, his 24th of the year. And Baez puts the Mets in front of the top of the 8th. It's 4-3 New York.
Mets would win the game 5-3, and oh boy, do they need a win. They snap a 3-game losing streak, and the Phillies won again last night for their 4th game in a row, so they prevent the Phillies from creeping up and getting within a half game of first place in the National League. And look, this is why they got Javier Baez. They gave up a big prospect to get him. A lot of Met fans felt they needed a pitcher more than they needed a hitter because of DeGrom being out till at least September and the uncertainty of Syndergaard and Taijuan Walker breaking down. But they got Javier Baez instead. And last night, he proved why he's really good. He had a big home run last night. Made a couple really good plays in the field. Look, he's a really good player for a reason. Mets paid a premium to get him. Last night it paid off, and they needed to win that game. Can't lose 3 straight to the Marlins in 4 games in a row. So Mets bounce back. They do pick up a win. And as I said, they had to because Philly won again last night.
That's such a garbage division. It's amazing.
The NFC East is the National League East.
Yes. I mean, without question, that's the only comparison you can come up with at this point. That someone's got to represent that division.
Someone's going to win. Someone's going to win. So it might as well be the Mets because it's not like the Mets have won so many divisions over the years. They might as well try and go for it this year. Might as well. So Mets did win last night. Good job by them. They did what they had to do. And look, you should beat the Marlins. They're not any good. So you're playing them 4 times. Best you could do is split with them. You could not lose last night and lose three straight. So good job by the Mets bouncing back. To L.A. we go. Max Scherzer, Mad Max, was on the mound making his Dodgers debut. Here is how his debut ended in the 7th inning.
The 1-2. He struck him out. Blew it by him. 10 Ks in his Dodger debut.
10 Ks in his debut. Dodger fans went crazy. It helps when you're making your debut against the most detested team in the league, right? The Houston Astros. So Scherzer goes out there, strikes out 10. He was dominant, and the Dodgers did beat the Astros 7-5. Ron, they gave your guy a curtain call after the 7th inning.
It's an embarrassment of riches when you have when you're able to bring in that guy. I mean, it's ridiculous. I think next, we should get the whole band back together. Bring Verlander over as well.
Kershaw, Scherzer, Buehler, Julio Urias, and yesterday they added Cole Hamels to a 1-year, $1 million contract.
Well, I mean, that's just an insurance, insurance, security blanket, whatever you want to call it.
So is Bauer just not coming back at all?
Well, I don't know. I'm glad you brought that up because it seems kind of weird. It seems like MLB is cracking down a little harder than, say, the NFL would be.
There's been nothing with Bauer. Like he, at first he was still like tweeting and posting videos on YouTube. There's been nothing from him. Now they got to him and said, "Hey, stop posting anything.
Just stop it." I mean, the allegations are very serious, but I put it in I'll compare it to like with the Deshaun Watson situation. I mean, Trevor Bauer is one girl that. Where the encounter went too far. I'm trying to be clean as possible. Deshaun Watson is practicing. So I don't know. I mean, is there like there's just a huge gap, a difference. And I don't know if MLB is just cracking down harder because it's MLB who has Bauer on paid leave right now, not the Dodgers.
Paid leave for Bauer. And I don't think he's pitching again this year.
I don't think so either. But if he does, and if he does come back, that's a scary rotation. A rotation where you can't even fit David Price into your starting 5.
It would, but it does sound like his teammates don't even necessarily want him back if the allegations are true.
Yeah, if they're true. That's the issue.
So Scherzer makes his debut. Afterwards, he was asked about the electric atmosphere that he experienced.
Yeah, the fans tonight, they were great. When the crowd's going nuts like that, you can definitely feed off of it. One of my, Mike Max has got a great saying that says that you can pitch with emotions, but you can't be emotional. And, for tonight, I felt I was really able to, the crowd was definitely into it. And you can feed off that and you really get some adrenaline from that. And so to go out there and pitch well and then to have the fans ask for a curtain call for me, that's I've never had that happen. So that's really a cool moment, something I'll never forget.
Dominant.
I mean, what a difference a year makes, right? Last year, we're just booing them. Or 2 years ago, just booing them. Couldn't stand the Nationals 2 years ago. And now, especially him. And now he's our savior.
Did he pitch that game 5 in the division series?
I want to say he did.
Did he start that game that ended the Dodgers' year?
Yeah. I want to say he did. I mean, he has electric stuff.
I mean, I see Jason of Jerusalem made this point on Twitch, and he's right. Has there ever been a better long-term contract given to a pitcher than Mad Max's deal? Dude's been pure money every year of that deal. I looked it up. Max Scherzer's contract that he signed going into his age 30 season, I mean, he's been amazing every year for the Nats.
Yeah.
He really has. He signed a 7-year, $210 million contract. His average salary during that span is $30 million. And look, he's been so good. Has he won, 2 Cy Youngs with the Nationals?
I think so, 2 with the Nationals.
He's the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He helped the Nats win a World Series.
We say top 3 in the National League every single year, regardless. I mean, sure, there's a Jacob deGrom or Noah Syndergaard who've kind of bumped him down a little bit, but out of all the pitchers in the National League, he's up there consistently.
Consistently during the whole life of that deal, he's been a top 3 pitcher in the sport. Some years 1, some years 2, whatever. He's been an ace of staff. And you look at his age, right? He's 36, still pitching at an elite level. Started the All-Star game this year for the National League. It just shows you, sometimes long-term deals can work out, right? Like when the Yankees signed Garrett Cole, he was 29 years old. And that's like, all right, well, when Garrett Cole's contract is up with the Yankees, he's going to be young, or he's 28. He's going to be younger than what Max Scherzer's age is when his deal runs out, and he's still elite. And
you're only hoping that that's what is continuing.
Yeah, you hope that Cole has a similar trajectory if you're a Yankee fan than to what Scherzer's done. So I think it's an excellent point by Jason on Twitch there. Scherzer has been money since he signed that deal with the Nats, and obviously the Nats would do it 100 out of 100 times again if they could, because it helped them win a championship.
Yep.
Staying with baseball real quick, Shohei Ohtani update. It's good. 1 earned run allowed in 6 innings.
Surprising.
Shocking. Still good. He's now 6-1 on the season. But the bad news for the Angels, Anthony Rendon will be shut down for the rest of the year because he's going to have hip surgery. So no Mike Trout, no Rendon.
No hope.
Bummer. Angels aren't a playoff team, and as good as Shohei is, he's probably going to win the American League MVP. It's not going to lead to a playoff season in LA.
There's another award in the old Angels trophy case. Put it right there next to all the Trouts, right?
Pretty much. It's amazing. They have 2 of the best players in the game. They can't win. And I know Trout's been out for most of this year, but still.
At this point, I mean, if you're the Angels, I don't know what the record is or where they stand, but I don't give them much hope in the AL West. I just wouldn't bring Trout back. I mean, unless you want to put fans in the stands. But at this point, it's like, what's the point? Rest him. Make sure he's 100% healthy go time next spring.
It sounds like he had a setback and he won't be coming back anytime soon.
Yeah.
So
then go out and do some shopping. Get some actual pitching, guys. Come on.
We say it every year. Get some pitching. And they don't do it. So.
I know. I mean, you look at the Dodgers. The Dodgers went out and got Trevor Bauer during the offseason. That worked out until the allegations. Then they was like, oh, well, no Trevor Bauer? Okay, we'll just go sign Max Scherzer. Can't the Angels do the same thing? Same media market. Come on.
Look, you're talking about a team that gave Matt Harvey a 1-year deal for like $11 million.
Yeah. Or what was his name? Josh, was it not Donaldson? Josh Hamilton. Hamilton's deal.
In fairness to them, that was unfortunate how that worked out.
Yeah. But they give it's too long of a deal.
Yes, they need pitching. No doubt. Ron, there's football on tonight.
I know.
The Cowboys and the Steelers. 2 historic franchises. It's on Fox at 8 p.m. Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. It's the always highly anticipated Hall of Fame game. So without further ado, let's look up the betting line and make our first football bet of the year.
Go for it.
Here we go. NFL Hall of Fame weekend. I go to ESPN.com and I don't see a spread.
Oh.
That's a bummer.
Oh, well.
We're going to have to go to an offshore sports book and find out what the line is tonight as we try and bet our first football game of the year. Dak's not playing.
No.
Big Ben's not playing.
No.
Most of the starters aren't playing.
Yep.
Here is the line, though. You ready?
Yeah.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are a -1.5 point favorite over the Cowboys tonight.
Pretty not bad for a preseason game because honestly, if you're a fan of football, you're going to watch. But if you want to watch good football, you may tune in for a series on each side, and then that's it.
Very true.
Because no one is playing.
Very true.
Which begs the question, okay, because we've had 4 preseason games in the past. Now, the Cowboys and Steelers will get 4, but everyone else is playing 3. Now, it's traditionally been that third game where you actually got to see your star players play some significant time. When will that happen this preseason?
Probably the second game, if I had to guess, or could be split. I think teams are going to experiment. Some teams will do something. Some teams will do something else.
Because we all know that last game is, roster cutting time.
Oh, it's going to be a joke. And unfortunately, like here in Houston, we get that last game at NRG. I was hoping we get like the good game if you're going to get the preseason game. But nope, that's not the case. Real quick, let's talk about Lions head coach Dan Campbell, because if the Lions are any good, this guy's going to be the best coach in the NFL. He's going to be
He's the reason why.
He's going to be the guy that every fan in Detroit just wants to run through a brick wall for. And every media person is going to love because he gives you sound bites like what we're about to play for you. So yesterday, Dan Campbell revealed his coffee order to the media.
Did you have any extra coffee or anything today, like not fired up?
No, you don't need it today. You don't need the extra coffee now with the pads on. So normal coffee today, and next cup of coffee will be out there when we do team runs. So this will be exciting. But yeah, can't wait. Yeah, well, normally what I do is I'll get 2 venti. I go to Starbucks. I get 2 venti of the Pike with 2 shots in them. So black eye in both. That's what I come in with. That's how I start the day. So
I hope the Lions are good just for him.
I do too. I mean, even if not, it's got to be a breath of fresh air from Matt Patricia.
Oh, to go from that. So I talked a lot about how the Jets hiring Robert Saleh was like hiring the anti-Adam Gase. Hiring Dan Campbell is the anti-Matt Patricia hire there.
He is Detroit. I think he's going to put Detroit on his back, and you will see more. I don't even know who, outside of Goff, I don't even know who the star players will be for the Lions. So you're going to have a lot of Campbell jerseys.
This was the same guy that was at his introductory press conference saying he's going to bite kneecaps off.
Yeah, and then he's going to keep coming. If he bites one kneecap, he's going to go for your others.
I love it. I hope Jared Goff plays well and the Lions are better than people think. For Dan Campbell's sake, because man, is that guy a content machine?
And for football's sake,
that's true. That is true. Finally, let's talk about the Packers and Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers, a little awkward yesterday when asked how things are going with his relationship with Mr. Brian Gutekunst.
Aaron, somebody snapped a picture at practice yesterday of you and Goody talking, and I'm just wondering if the communication between you guys is the same, better, worse than it was before?
Well, I think it's a work in progress for sure. I mean, I think, relationships aren't formed in a matter of a couple of days. There's time where the respect grows and the communication follows. I think the greatest relationships that you have, with your friends and loved ones involve conversations that flow. You can not talk to a close friend for a few months and pick up right where you left off.
Translation, their relationship is non-existent still. That's what I got from that cut.
Work in progress.
Just to play the very beginning of the clip again real quick. Just listen to him just try and you could tell his brain is trying to think how he's going to want to try and address this question.
Aaron, somebody snapped a picture at practice yesterday of you and Goody talking, and I'm just wondering if the communication between you guys is the same, better, worse than it was before?
Well, I think it's a work in progress.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
he had nothing. He's like, yeah. So things are going great though with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. He's there, which is all that really matters at the end of the day. That wraps it up for Quick Hits here on a Thursday edition of the Jake Asman Show. Quick break, and we're back to wrap up our show for Thursday here on Sports Map Radio.
Wake up call.
While I was away,